Hello, all you lovelies and beautiful humans. Welcome back to Mama G Gear. It's Mama G here, and I just did another video which made me ugly cry, but we're doing better. But I did not get nail polish remover yet, so please ignore the nails. I know, whatever. Just deal with it, all right? So let's start. All right. I made some things. I dyed some cotton yarn, and I tie-dyed a t-shirt the other day. We're going to discuss the cotton yarn dyeing incident. That was crazy, and then I totally screwed up. Also, I've made a few things that I want to share with you. The other thing I wanted to share with you is upstairs because I forgot. All right, so let's talk about what I did. I got a t-shirt I made for somebody, and then Rusty's going to Cricut on it. And unfortunately, I already brought it over to Rusty's last night without taking a picture or showing anybody, but it is a content creator. So when they receive it, they will certainly show you how it turned out. When I was taking it out of I don't know how to do it. It's been like how many years? I was a kid, I think, last time I tie-dyed a t-shirt. So I was just tying knots and whatnot. And, there's a science to it, which I don't know. So I was just whatever. And then when I took it out, and my nose is still running from crying, so just bear with. But then I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, my God, this is disgusting, and luckily the person that's getting it, even if it was disgusting, they'd be like, thank you, anyway. So not a big deal. But in the process, I was also I had hanged 3 hanks of cotton yarn, and I thought, well, I'll tie-dye the shirt because I want the colors to be green, primarily blue, and purple. And so I figured I'd do both at the same time. So the t-shirt came out spectacular, if I might say so myself. I was so impressed. And it has nothing to do with, it wasn't talent, it was just sheer luck, insert word there. And then the yarn, the cotton yarn, also came out nice. All right, the colors, and all the colors are the same, which they're not right now, but they flow with the same. I dyed them in the same manner so that when you go from one hank to the next, you will have the same pattern. Okay, so that doesn't look like it here because they're all jambalayed. But yeah, and then I put these out. Oh, let me backtrack. So the dye came out, and usually when you dye cotton, it bleeds, or when you're rinsing it, you get a lot of dye that comes out of it. It usually ends up very pastel looking. Oh, this is pretty vibrant. And I'm going to say to you that I'm not exaggerating, hours, more than 3 hours, I rinsed, and then took a break and soaked them, and then rinsed some more, and squished, and rinsed, and soaked, and hot watered, and washed, and rinsed, and still yet more and more dye was coming out of it. So I don't know if you know of a trick or whatever. I guess I could research it, but I thought I looked up a few things and no one said anything. If there's some trick about how to rinse the cotton out of the yarn, please share that with me, because at this point I may never do this again. All right, so then I hung them up, because I did it at night, hung them up. They dried a little, put them outside all the next day, and then it rained a little bit, so I brought them in and I put them in a big mesh bag and threw them in my dryer, which would have been fine, and they didn't dry all the way, and blah, blah, blah. When I went to throw them back in, I did not close the bag all the way. And I have dryer balls that I make out of wool, and I don't know if you could see, if I hold it really close, it got all like little pills in it. Like, I'm so upset. Look, can you see? So disappointed. There's all these little, I mean, I don't know if it's that noticeable on camera, but it's crazy noticeable here. And I was making these for Jeannie V. I was trying to make a cotton yarn, girlfriend. I can't give these to you. I'm so upset. This is like 246, like over 700 yards of cotton yarn. All I could say is what I think I might try to do is wind them on the winder, and in the process try to pick off all the little pilled pieces while I do that. But I tried. Hey, it's a thought that counts. And I was thinking of you and I was trying. And that's what I was trying to do before I mailed you your stuff. But I'm throwing that over there because that made me a little sad. All right, so what else have I been doing? It is Pride Month. Oh, by the way, like the outfit, it's like farmer jeans. They're stretchy with my great jacket. This is a fitted tailored jacket that I got from Dory Did It. And I love it. Fits me like somebody tailored it for me. And it goes beautiful with my Kelly hat. Is this a Kelly? I don't know. Correct me. I forgot what they called these kind of hats. Is it called a Kelly? All right. Then it is Pride Month. And I've been working on, and I have them here, my bell bottoms, my crocheted bell bottoms. And I'm making a vest, a mesh vest. No, it's not mesh. The other thing I made is mesh. I made a vest. And they're not finished yet because then I started doing other things. And Kim from Crafty Nisi had made me this adorable cat little pocketbook with paws. I can't replicate that because I don't know how. But I made another little bag out of the same yarn that she used because that's what my pants and vest are. So I made a little Pride bag. It's very similar to the bag that she had made, but hers is so much cuter because it's literally a cat. So I made that, and then last night I started, and then I finished it this morning. No pattern, just looked at some things. I made a little pride turtle. I never made a turtle before, but he came out kind of cute, eh? And instead of making like his little thingies, legs and arms, I guess, again, excuse the nail polish, instead of making them a different color, I just kept going with the rainbow, right? So I think he's cute, and I put big eyes on him. But yeah, we have him, and he's the same material, same yarn as that. Okay. And then this morning, and I just finished this before I went to the post office, I was just going around and around and around for no apparent reason. And I do that when I start crocheting. Sometimes I just start crocheting, and as I do with painting as well. And as I'm going about my business, doing what I'm doing, ideas will pop in my head. And so when I was doing this one, I had gotten to this point, and then I said, well, let me put some eyes and a little nose on him, which I did. Okay. Then I kept going, and then I kind of put ears on him. Let's see if I can put him this way. And I put some ears on him, so it's like a little cat. And then I made a little curly tail. And then I pulled down when I was doing that, so this will lay flat. So he'll sit up really well. But he's cute. What do you think? Not so bad for not knowing what the heck I was doing. And then I put the eyebrows kind of, so he's maybe smiling, but he's like worried or whatever. But I made him this morning. And I've got another one started. It hasn't told me what it wants to be yet. Okay, so another thing, then I'll show you quickly the bell bottoms and then the vest. But I was commissioned to make something. And again, no pattern. It's for educational purposes. So please don't be offended by this because it has to do, I think it has something to do with breast cancer awareness. I'm not 100% sure, but I had to make, and I had to make these. I didn't have to, but I said I would. And I'm going to mail them out. They're literally, yes, they are boobies. So I'm making some more. And so I was talking to the people at the post office today. I'm like, yeah, because I'm making them some stuff. And I said, well, first I had to finish making the boobs. So we're giggling about that. And then the girl said, well, yo, when you mail them, I'm like, I want to do this so I could throw boobs in an envelope and then mail them and say that I did that. So it's just another story that I could say, hey, I mailed boobs. And she goes, oh, you got to mail them in a clear plastic bag. So kudos. Yeah, I think these will be mailed in a clear plastic bag so that everybody on the mailing route can get a kick out of them. So I made those. There's only 4 so far. I'll make some more. And then back now to the other stuff. Here we go. So I'm not finished yet because I got sidetracked with other stuff, but this is the crocheted vest so far. And I believe, if I remember correctly, I did a treble stitch and then alternated it with a double crochet. So really all I got to do is tie in the ends. I'm not really sure where I left off. I may or may not, depending, finish the edges. I'm not sure. I might not, because I may want those. I should model it for you, but I may want the edges to be that raw. I'm thinking I might. But yeah, so here's the vest. It goes pretty long. It goes like mid-thigh. I was shooting for longer, but I was getting tired of crocheting it, so it's mid-thigh will be fine. And I got strings. It's still attached to its strings because I didn't tuck it in. And then these darn tootin'. My grandmother used to say that. This pants, these crocheted pants, by the time I'm done, I'll have crocheted them numerous times because I keep frogging it out. All right, so it's 2 panels, and then you go circular around the leg, and then attach down here. And then I went and sewed them together up to this point, and then stopped. So the back is all sewed together underneath, and then to this point, and then I stopped. And then I did a single crochet around this side, around and up the other side, so it was opened up like a V, and then hand with a needle and yarn, let me see if I do that, crisscross like shoelaces, and then attach it on top. So this is not going to hold the pants on. It's just for aesthetic purposes, because what you're using as to keep your pants up, because these are a little bit heavy, of course, is this drawstring. All right, so everything is single crocheted except for that part, which is a double crochet, is to weave in that. And then I've got pretty far down. I'm starting to go on the bell. I got a little longer to go on the bell, and I've got to try them on. And what I found, that the way I was doing the increases for the bell was side to side, and then they were like kind of just doing this flatsy thing. So I ripped all that out, and now I'm kind of staggering front to back, side to side, go a plain row without any increase to see if I can make it be more structural. All right, yeah, so that's what I've been working on. And amongst other things, I finished that humongous black and silver glitter, black with silver glitter mesh shawl for Mars. And then I made a bunch of very long magenta pom-pom tassels and attached them along the edges of that. And then he asked for a Grace Slick kind of hood, which you need a really silky fabric to make it look like Grace Slick. I mean, you can't get that look with crochet, but I did do the black with silver glitter. I'm forgetting the name of the yarn right now, and it's not that important, but it did have a little bit more of a drape to it. So I was able to do this huge rectangle and then attached it so it's, a hood. It's open and then open around here and open here, and then it just kind of goes and attach in the back. And I did not adhere it to the shawl. I figure he could wear that by itself or wear it with it by we'll just run like feed a some kind of a tie around it, or he can just attach the front and it'll just drape. And I made it long enough so that it will have a scoop on the bottom. So that's done. I'm going to see him. We'll see him tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, today. No, not tomorrow. Today's Thursday, and we'll see him Saturday before our live. Don't forget. Well, this probably will go up after that, so I won't even bother saying it. But anyway, that's what I've been working on. I've been very busy. Other things too. I'm trying to think what else I've made. I finished that. I am going to, I'm going to say it here, because if I say it here, then I feel like I might be more apt to do it. That cat stitch rainbow sweater that y'all like, and last time people have seen it, they also asked, I'll try to do a tutorial, an unconventional tutorial for that, because I think that's really a cool sweater, and I'd love to see people wear it. So I'll show you how to make it. So anyway, love you guys. Don't forget your thummies. Always appreciated. And yeah, we will see you next time. Happy Pride Month. Bye-bye for now.